Hey friends, Chad here. This video we're going to talk about, are you living your best life? Are you doing what you want to do, no matter what age you are? Okay, with age comes different mentality. I mean, when you're 18, you graduate high school, you feel like you can do anything. When you graduate college, you feel like you can do anything. Even if you're that age, are you doing what you really want to do? Okay, now if you're older, you could be in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you get close to retirement. And sometimes when you're older, sometimes what happens is you get beat up. You get beat up by life. It doesn't mean that you are having bad experiences. It doesn't mean that you have a bad life. It's just, you're just kind of, you've lost that spark a little bit. You lost those dreams you had when you were in high school or college. Makes sense. If someone tells you, oh, you can still go for your dreams, still do what you want to do, you just kind of fluff it off as deep down you think, not in this lifetime. And this is kind of what my whole channel really is about. I mean, it's kind of titled Wealth, Health, and Prosperity because I'm hitting I'm hitting all aspects of it. I'm hitting, like, life is kind of like a piece of pie. Okay, if you look at your life as a pie, you have individual pieces. You have within there, you have relationships, you have spirituality, you have personal development, you have your own life. So everything's a piece of pie. What we have to understand, I might click my computer over here on accident. What we have to understand is, and this is easier said than done, is that we can have any life that we want. Okay, it just comes down to us actually doing it. Like for myself, I'm getting older, so I'm getting more where I want to travel a lot more. I want to be able to pick up and travel, work remotely, work from home. If you work remotely, work from home, I can pretty much work anywhere. I can work in another country and still work. And because I'm working on my computer, be able to jump and go. That's really the lifestyle I want. Okay, and even when I'm doing it, I have doubts. Right now, if I lived in Thailand for a year and came back, visit my family, and this is what I mean, you can kind of get stuck in a rut a little bit. That I'm working remotely, have some passive income coming in from websites. Then I get an actual 9-to-5 job because I'm in small towns, like in a factory, bringing even more money. And see, when you're in those types of environments, the environment can rub off on you because you're around people that their dreams have just been scattered, shattered, destroyed. They don't think they can achieve what they want to achieve. And if you talk to them, sometimes they don't even want to hear it because it's so far off of their, kind of so far away from them, or they feel like it's so far away from them. They feel like they can't change their circumstances, and they really can. I mean, anybody can change their circumstances. Anybody. It's scary because we don't know. Okay, we don't know how things are going to turn out, but you can do and be and have anything you want. Even for myself, whatever I want. If I want to travel and see the world and work remotely, I can do that. It just comes from a decision and doing it. Now, I might talk more, confident, like I have it all together and stuff like that. But, sometimes I wake up and it scares me. Sometimes I wake up and you think, oh, can I really do this? But you can. I mean, you just kind of have to make that decision. And when we talk about wealth, health, and if I could talk wealth, health, and prosperity, it really depends on what that means to you. What does wealth mean to you? It doesn't mean just, all about money. Yeah, we need money to do certain things, but it's not just about money. It's having healthy relationships. A wealthy relationship is being healthy, physically. It's, being able to have it all and being able to know that you can have it all. Being able to know that abundance is inside us. Abundance is inside you. Your dominant trait is abundance. And be able to know that. And even when I do teachings and I do videos, lots of times, I'm speaking to myself. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're teaching Yeah, I'm teaching. Yeah, I'm talking about. Or yeah, I'm talking about the law of attraction and stuff like that. But pretty most I'm, doing my own life experience and talking to myself. I mean, kind of reminding myself of all these universal laws and all these, like little rules of law of attraction to do. But hopefully that helps you out. But I really just wanted to say that you can do whatever you want to do. You can be whatever you want to be. I mean, honestly. And if you don't like how things are going, if you feel the intuition to quit your job and move somewhere, well, you have to take that leap of faith. Makes sense, because everything will work out. You have to follow your intuition. It's scary to follow your intuition. It's kind of sometimes scary to do what you want to do if you kind of been out of that routine for a long time. You know what I mean? You're not in high school anymore. You're not in college anymore. You're not, you're not that fresh 25-year-old anymore, like, going after life. You kind of let life beat you up a tiny bit. And if that's the case, I've let life beat me up a little bit. I've traveled a lot and stuff like that, but now I want to take it to the next step. Now, it's I want to work remotely. I don't want to be in the United States that much. But I want to be in a position where I can work remotely. If I want to go to Thailand for 6 months or a year, I can go to Thailand. If I want to come back to the States and visit my mom, my sister, and brother-in-law, and nephew, and all that stuff, I can do that. The choice is mine wherever I want to, whatever I want to do. If I want to tour the world or see the world or seek adventures, I can do that. I put myself in a position where I can do that. But it's not just a money position. It's anybody can do it. Make sense? So you really have to decide what you want to do and set it in motion. Okay? And know that's what you're going to do. Be decisive and make a decision. That's what you want. In the beginning, sometimes it's just decision. Sometimes as the older we get, we kind of start making lousy decisions. We don't, we kind of just go through. We don't make it. One of the habits I have is I won't even make a decision. I just let the circumstances make that decision for me. And I'll give you an example. I'll give you an easy example. Is like in the past, if I lived in California, so in the past I would think, oh, for Christmas, I'll go and visit my family, my mom, my sister, and stuff, everything for Christmas. And you can't buy your plane ticket too far in advance. You kind of have to wait till about 6 months out before you can start buying plane tickets. But then when it comes 6 months, I worked in the entertainment industry, so I would always be like, well, if I buy the ticket now, what about work? I might be missing something. What if like the last couple months I don't work and I'm in Ohio? So I start second guessing myself, and I don't make a firm decision that that's what I want to do. Okay. So then next thing I know, it's 5 months out, at 3 months out. And at 3 months, I'm thinking, well, I have to buy a ticket now, because if I wait, it's just going to get way more expensive, just because it's going to quadruple in price just because of the holidays. So, but then I get caught up. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? What I mean? Should I? Should I do it? Not do it? Stuff like that. And then I still don't make a decision. I'm still like indecisive. Then I wait till maybe like month before or 3 weeks before. Then I go on, I actually look at prices. The prices are like quadrupled because it's a holiday, Christmas, New Year's, and stuff like that. So then I talk myself out of it, because I'm like, whoa, I don't want to spend $2,000 for a plane ticket. If I would have got it 6 months before, it would have been $400. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean, that you let your circumstances make the decision for you. You don't really make that ultimate decision. You don't take that leap of faith and push past that fear barrier to do what you want to do. You just let your circumstances decide for you. You're kind of sitting on the fence and letting it happen. And one of the things for me, just kind of my upbringing, sometimes, I can kind of sit on the fence and let things happen and let life kind of decide for me, rather than me take life by the horns and kind of steer it the way I want it to go. You know what I mean? So so now, like, and that's kind of it's easy for me to float back and be that type of person, be indecisive rather than making a firm decision about stuff. You don't want to be indecisive. Okay, if it's indecision, well, you have to understand when your goals. Okay, indecision creates chaos. You're indecisive, it creates confusion in your mind. That's why you don't attract what you want, because you're indecisive. You don't know what you want. Make sense? If I tell you that you don't know what you want, you might disagree with me. But if I've asked you right now, like, hey, what do you want? What do you want to do? Then you're just like, well, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I haven't thought about it for a while. You don't know what you want. You know what I mean? So the first step is knowing exactly what you want. Okay, and I'm talking to myself when I talk, I talk to you too. The first step is knowing exactly what you want. Okay? Because once you know exactly what you want, that's how the law of attraction works. That's how your intention works. Well, you know exactly what you want, you put intention into it, you think about it, you have your morning and bedtime routine, imagining you already have what you want. Makes sense? I mean, once you know what you want, you already have it through abundance. You just basically waiting for it to be in physical form. That's all you're doing. Okay, but the first step is knowing exactly what you want. But see, that's the first hurdle for anybody, because they might be thinking what they want truly scares the shit out of them. Makes sense? Sometimes, what I want scares the shit out of me. If I think, oh, well, I want to work remotely, go live in Thailand for a year, come back, visit my family, then maybe I'll go someplace else, visit that country, seek some adventures around there, work remote, kind of come back, visit my family, and then go, do that kind of routine. That's what I want to do. But at the same time, it seems easy, but at the same time, it can be scary. Because you start thinking like, well, can you get a remote job? What happens if they find out you're living in another country? It might violate some types of terms and conditions and you get fired. Now you're in that country with no job. And you're trying to job search and you start thinking all these, things that might not even happen. You start going down this negative rabbit hole of all this crap that can happen, rather than just focusing on, this is what I want to do. Okay? And it's easier said than done, but when you're older, you kind of let life, you just let life make the decisions for you. Or sometimes it's who you're around. You start telling other people what you want to do, they're already shooting you down. Sometimes it's family, sometimes it's your best friends, sometimes it's your work environment. Then you start thinking, oh, well, I told my best friend about this, what I wanted to do, and he just shot me down. Then you start second guessing yourself, can I really do this? Okay. So, sometimes you'll find out when you really want to do something, you really find out within there who your friends really are. Are you around supportive friends, supportive family, people that root for you to do what you want to do? You know what I mean? And I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent and stuff like that, but it's just, being able to you can do anything you want to do. You can do anything you put your heart to. You can have any lifestyle that you want. Bottom line, it's just making a decision and moving that direction. But the first step is that decision. And if you're bad as me at making a decision, you kind of have to kind of start at step one and really figure out what you really want and make a definite decision what you really want. But once you make that definite decision, then everything else is easy. Everything else is setting that intention and thinking about knowing it's going to come true. But this is what people kind of mess up with the law of attraction, is because they really don't know what they want. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm kind of rambling and stuff like that, but I just want to do a short little video of, of the channel, Health, Wealth, and Prosperity. And it means something different for everybody. It's whatever lifestyle that you want, knowing that you can have it. Makes sense? I have some friends that, I can think back during college that they always want to be a school teacher. In college, they went and got their teaching degree and are perfectly happy teaching. That's all they wanted to do their whole life, is be a teacher. I have some friends, all they wanted to do their whole life was, be a mom. They're doing what they want to do. So you can't judge what somebody wants. You can't sit there and say, you know, when you say wealth, health, and prosperity, you can't sit there and say, well, wealth is just about money or just about being rich and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get into those debates, or people comment is like, well, what I want to do is better than what you want to do. Well, if I won the lottery, I would give all the money to charity. And if that's better than what you want, you just want to buy a Porsche, you know. But you know, people kind of have those little debates like that, and it's not what we have to understand. It's not about what I want is better than what you want, or what you want is what better than I want. It really just comes down to us and what we want for our life. You know what I mean? That's what it really comes down to. And it comes down to, is that what we want to do? Are we making a decision that's what we want to do? And we're staying persistent and consistent enough to fulfill that desire. Okay. And I just want to share that with you, my friends. And it can be a scary process, and it can be a fun process all along. But I just want to tell you straight that even though you don't know me or whatever, we never met in person, but you can do, be, and have whatever you want. Don't let anybody take that away from you. Don't let anybody tell you different, because it's really true. Okay. And you know, life is scary and exciting at the same time. You know, it's scary to quit your job, work remote, and travel around. You know what I mean? I mean, people do it all the time. Why can't you do it if that's what you want to do? Makes sense? You can do it. I'm here to tell you you can do it. Okay? But you have to decide that's what you want to do, and that's your intention, and know what you're going to do. Okay, my friends? But anyway, just wanted to share with you, kind of have a heart talk with you. And other than that, I'll see you in other videos. Thank you.